All right, here we are watching the Golden Knights and Dallas Stars. It's actually logic is happening here. Oh, we actually have logic happening. The Golden Knights are actually winning a game that they're out shooting and outplaying the Dallas Stars. Kind of predicted this would happen today. If I've been picking the Golden Knights every game. They've been outplaying them and out shooting them. It would just logically seem that if you're doing that, you should win games. Outplaying and out shooting an opponent is kind of what the whole point of hockey is. and, and well, scoring is definitely an aspect of that as well, but it's the aspect. But the way you do that is by outplaying and out shooting your opponent, generally. Unless, of course, you're the Dallas Stars, in which case you get outshot and outplayed and still win on a consistent basis. Now, that should not be able to maintain. You should not be able to maintain that. It shouldn't keep on happening that way. So it isn't tonight so far, although it's still only 1-0. The under looks good. Yeah, I thought if Vegas was going to win, it would be on an over because all of a sudden the pucks would start going in, but it's not happening. Hey, how you doing? Watching the Vegas? Okay, so as I was just saying for the new person, Vegas is actually winning a game that they're outplaying their opponent. This should happen more often. That's why I've said that it's a good idea to bet this series for Vegas to come back and win it. Not that, you know, just as I say that. Hey, Elliot, how you doing? Can you believe that Vegas is actually winning a game that they outplayed Dallas Stars in? Again? Amazing. Finally happening. It's actually happening so far. It's only one goal. It can still go awry here at any time. But as a whole, I actually like the way Vegas is playing, and I did pick them to win this game. Hey, Lauren, how you doing? Oh, good. Who do you got, Elliot? Lauren? Vegas is out shooting Dallas again, but this time they're actually winning the game. Yeah, we were leaning under there too for the Giants game. Well, they're getting outplayed, and ooh, I don't know if that was a penalty there though. Guess who 3 years team is? Patriots. Hey Yoshis, how are you doing? What about Major League Baseball? His team is in MLB? Wouldn't it be the Red Sox? Oh no. I see I got the White Sox to beat the Twins. Yeah. I have that as a bet for our Patreon members. So can't root for you on that one there, Elliot. Ugh. Another power play for Vegas. Oh. You always ask me that, Yoshis. I don't know. It's hard enough time just keeping up with the hockey right now. Maybe when hockey's over. I was going to do live football today, but it didn't work out. I think they're doing the Steelers game right now, actually. Boric and Steele are doing the Steelers game. Someday, maybe. Not while hockey's on, though. Probably not. When is that game on later on tonight? I'm probably going to go to bed after this game. No, I'm kind of tired tonight. Giants are losing. Wow, they were more than likely going to lose that game. I mean, they were. Yeah, I haven't gone for long. I did get on for a little bit today. I just got really busy. You have been gone for so long. Oh, is that what you're trying to say? I actually have been not live for a couple of days now. This is the first live. In fact, I just started this one halfway through the second. So yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Vegas is outplaying them, outplaying them, outplaying them. They got to start going in. Nope. Apparently not. Apparently it doesn't have to start going in. He appears to be. Jamie Benn doesn't look like he's ever going to reach what he was for those couple of years. I mean, he's still a good player, but he's probably never going to be that point a game player, 90-point player that he once was before. And I don't really know why. He just, his offense just dropped one after, I don't know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. He had a bad offensive season. He's never got it back since. And I don't really know why that is, but I think isn't he 32, 33, something like that? How old is he exactly? I can't look it up right now. Corey Perry is old. He's not as old as Corey Perry. He's not as old as Corey Perry. Corey Perry's 36. Yeah, but he started declining early. Like, he was declining a couple of years ago already. Uh, he's only 31. He's only 31 years old. He's making $9.5 million. Yeah, he had in 2018 he had 80 points and 79 points in 82 games. Then he had 53. And last year he had 39. He keeps on declining every year. And he's only 31. That's not that old. He should still be able to put up 70-point seasons. But That's happens a lot. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's had that paycheck for a while though. He's had that paycheck for 3 years. Yeah, it's about right. Start getting paid 9.5 million a year, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. It's understandable, but still not right at the same time. You have $9.5 million. Hey, how you doing, buddy? There's a lot of things that can derail you. You know what I mean? There's a lot of ways to maybe not have your focus with $9.5 million in the bank. So it's like, should I work out today or should I go to Europe for a week for the weekend? You know, I mean, he's slowing down a tad, but his slowing down is still better than most in the league. So he's a beast. He's a beast, all right. Okay. No trivia today. Excuse my yawning. I don't know why I'm so tired. Oh, Stone backhand. Udobin, if they happen to get through this, eh? Like he's got to be MVP right now. Crosby should be slowing down a tad. Yeah, he's probably more of a point a game, 70 to 80 point player now. It won't make my brain hurt. Yeah, but yeah, you're right, Lauren. It does seem to be most players get those big contracts, and I was watching it. I was like peeking over to it. Pittsburgh was pretty easily going to win that game, though, so I wasn't really too concerned. Yeah. Hey, Yoshis, welcome back. Yeah, I'm like you, Lauren. I like the playoffs, but I almost like draft and free agency and all that stuff more than the actual playoffs. I guess that's the uh, armchair GM of me. Yeah, I picked Steelers to win, but you weren't getting any juice on it, so it didn't really matter. But for sure, you had to pick Steelers to win that game. Just 22 days, eh? Wow. Is it 19 to 10? Oh yeah. Steelers should be able to hold on here, and they're also at the 15. So they're probably going to pick up points here too. So oh, what a hit. Ooh, big hit. Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know. I like seeing how teams improve themselves and how what moves they decide to make. And Corey Perry looks like he's getting pretty banged up out there. Flurry. They're going to trade Flurry for sure. So that's how they sign Laner. Let me see. Now that you asked me, I'll take a look at their. I'll take a look at their. They are putting themselves kind of in cap hell. Oh yeah, they'll be trading Flurry for sure. No doubt about that. Flurry is gone. I believe Stastny comes off the books next year. Now, I'm hearing Minnesota, Calgary, Colorado. Minnesota, Calgary, Colorado were the three that come to mind that have somewhat the cap room that could give him a contract. He's not going to, they could take his money for now and then give him a contract. Well, I think Stastny comes off the books, and they have Cody Glass, who hopefully can stay healthy because he looks really good. The plan I'm pretty sure was for Stastny to kind of head off to the sunset, and for Cody Glass to come in. So let's look at their cap space for next year. They actually have 16 million in cap space for next year. They've got. They could re-sign Stastny to a lower contract. But they got to sign Stevenson and Nick Cousins if they want to. Noshik. They're not too bad off. They're not too bad off cap wise. Yeah, well, they can have second thoughts on that Bobrovsky contract all they want because nobody's taking it. And if you get Flurry, that's going to be a lot of money wrapped up in goaltenders. Yeah, well, they'd have to keep him for another year for that, and I just don't see that happening. I think he's going to get traded to somebody. They'll work with Flurry to see where he wants to go, and try. Probably won't get much back for him. So that it really depends on where Flurry wants to go. I also heard San Jose is a possibility. I think they would have to trade Jones for that to happen. It doesn't really make much sense to me for them to gamble on Flurry after a bad year and he's getting old, but who knows? San Jose does weird stuff. He had a better playoffs than he did a regular season, but yeah, still like if you're ownership there, you got to be shaking in your boots. You got to pay this guy 90 million or whatever the hell, 80 million, or was it 70 million overall, and he's just gone to shit. You got to figure out a way to get a goaltender to do that. I think you'd have to trade one away, but you can't. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea what would happen there. I don't think anybody has that though. Two goaltenders with NMCs. I don't think anybody there is any that. I. How are you going to go a rebuild with Carlson on your back end for the next? You know, you have Burns, Kane. Yeah, they're in a weird situation. I agree. You're not going to be able to trade that Carlson contract. You could possibly trade Burns and get younger and try to do like a really fast rebuild, but they're in an awkward spot for San Jose for sure. That's a good question. Is Marc Andre still good? That's a very good question. He had a bad year. That could be a lot. His father died. He's a very emotional guy. Then the whole Laner situation. He's trying to put on a good face, but he's 35 years old. I think he'd be best suited in a 1A, 1B role. So, I mean, I don't mind the idea of Calgary and keep Talbot. Maybe Calgary keeps Talbot and takes Fleury, so they have two vets. It makes sense to me that they would do something like that. What is the most I would pay for two goalies together? Uh Probably as much as Montreal is paying. It would depend on the situation, but I would never have given that much money to Bobrovsky. That's a tough question because it depends on the two goaltenders you're talking about. Like, let's say I could get Darcy Kemper for 8 million a year for 5 years or something like that. I would probably do that. And then if I could get Marc Andre Fleury for 3.5 million to play with them, I mean that's some pretty high guaranteed wins that your goaltending tandem is bringing to you. So now I'm paying 11.5 to 12.5 million for two goaltenders. I feel like that's not bad depending on what else I have to pay. 11 to 12 million, yeah, like Colby said. He's 4.5 million now, but his next one's going to be way more than that. His next contract's going to be 7 to 8 million for sure. Isles do need a great defenseman. I agree with you. I think they have at least a very, very good one in Pellich. Uh, Very underrated, but they could use some more defense. And I don't know how they're going to do that. If they could package Letty and somebody for a defenseman, maybe Brock Nelson and Letty for a defenseman. But then what do you do with your center position? Beauvillier maybe is ready. Everybody says they're going to sign Markstrom, and I just don't see it. There's another place where you could go get Marc Andre Fleury for 2 or 3 years to work with Demko. Markstrom probably going to want 6 to 7 years at least Anderson money, and Demko eventually is going to want a lot of money. So, and not only that, in expansion, you're going to have to give one of them up. If Markstrom wants a no trade clause to go with the contract, then you're going to have to give up Demko? No, no. So I don't see how Markstrom is going to be there. Yeah, he's played over his head for an old guy. He did play well. Andy Green, I agree. Yeah, but I mean, why would you sign if you're Markstrom if you don't have an NTC? That's the reason why if I'm Markstrom's agent, I'm like, you're not signing anything unless it's got a no trade clause in it. Because, unless you want to go to the expansion team, I suppose. Why would you want to do that? Play a year, move your family again, when you can just pick where you want to play. Um, so yeah, you got to remember the other guy has to sign. You can't just sign somebody against their will. He's got to sign. You got to make it worth his while to sign. Demko and Talbot wouldn't be bad, yeah. Keep Demko, yeah. Letty and Nelson for what? Bailey, Bo. I'd probably keep Bo because he's younger. The Islanders are not a young team if you're going to trade somebody. But I think the Islanders have a very tough time trading Bailey because he's been the heart and soul of that team. Lamoriello doesn't like to trade off those guys that have been there right from the beginning and stuck with the team, especially with all the arena stuff that's going on and all that. Yeah, I just think Bailey is a very much a Lamoriello type player. Um, yeah, I just like I said, Lauren, I just don't know why Markstrom would sign in Vancouver without a no trade clause. Just yeah, and that's the other thing. Here's Ninner is Demko. There's a small sample size right now of Demko being amazing. However, Vancouver has been touting Demko as their number one goaltender for quite some time of the future, and they really believe in him. I think after that performance, why would you throw tons of money at Markstrom now? It doesn't really make much sense to me. I think he's probably on his way, especially when you're still paying for Luongo and who else is another player that they're playing? Luongo and who else? I'm missing somebody. They're paying a crap load of money out right now against their cap. So yeah, I don't think that's happening. You're saying trade Demko and keep Markstrom? That's, yeah, but I mean, if they believe Demko is as good as he showed in the playoffs, I don't think that really matters. You still get the cap space, right? Demko, you're not going to have to pay Demko for a while now. So Markstrom gives you $5 million of cap space. Add a backup goaltender for $2 million, so $3 million of cap space. When you're already paying for Luongo and there's somebody else, and I don't know why, I completely forget who the other one is. It's something like a ridiculous amount of cap that they're paying for right now. Oh, it's Erickson. Right. I forgot. It's he's technically still on the team. And you're paying Erickson $6 million a year and Luongo three. That as much you I think they almost have to gamble that Demko's gonna be good. Gonna be good enough and get a veteran to help him out like Fleury. Yes, Erickson is horrible. Maybe we'll see what how good DiPietro is going to be, but I mean, you can't really roll your roll it. It's good to know that he's there and he could become a good one. Spooner ends this year, okay. That's good. I the cap space you get off of that Erickson con. I don't know. You buy him out. I guess apparently even if they buy him out, it doesn't add. It doesn't give them much cap space. But I mean, he's worthless on the ice. Shattenkirk's a free agent. You guys can grab him if you want him. It's a good possibility. You wouldn't have to give him too many years. The Islanders are waiting for Bode Wild, right? It's one of the players that they're waiting for is Bode Wild. Also, that first round pick from not too long ago looks like a beast. Played a couple games this year too. You can tell me Islanders who you can tell me who that is, Kevin. They got two young guys coming up right now. That's not bad. Shattenkirk wouldn't be a bad play actually. I think, but and then maybe the guy that went to Washington from San Jose. What's his name? Little overrated, but Shattenkirk wouldn't be a bad player. It would give you three something, and it doesn't end for how many? A few, 3 more years. So you'd have three something off your cap for 6 more years because it pretty much doubles. I mean, that's horrific. So, what do you think of Edmondson going to Montreal, Lauren? Yeah, I don't think you're going to get a first for Demko. Not a late first. Maybe somebody might give you a late first for Demko. Actually, the Oilers would be do well to give you their first. It's that 24th? No. What are we? 20 something? 21st? Yeah, I don't think that's going to fly. Lamorello had Gardner in Toronto. I don't think he's going to bring him to the island. Certainly not for. If you're going to trade, he's talking about trading Letty and yeah, I'll give you Andrew. Yeah, okay, we'll give you Andrew Ladd for Gardner. Sure, want to do that? I'll do that. We'll give you Andrew Ladd for Gardner. No problems. $6 million a year for how long? And he can't. I mean, he's just going to be an injury. He's going to go on the LTI probably. It's just the Islanders don't need another defenseman like Gardner. Tough call, actually, because the Islanders could just put him on the LTI and use him for their own cap space. So you might have to give. I don't know. Yeah, you might even have to give Gardner plus for that. You can get it's Colby. I don't think you're going to get that high of a first for Demko. You might get in the 20s up, something like that. For one thing, you're not getting a top 412 probably because you can just draft Askarov. So why would you give that up for Demko? Except maybe he's more NHL ready, but you might be able to get a mid 20s for him. Yes, I agree with you 100%, Ninner. The Canes should definitely grab Askarov if he's still there at 13. And then the rest of the league will shake their heads 5 years from now and wonder how the heck he ever got there. Yeah, not the most accurate, but he sure hurts a lot of people. Wow. 2-on-1 scores. Where's Raj? Where's all the Dallas peeps? Yeah, especially after Rask for what's his name? Uh, what was his name? They traded Rask for that Boston goaltender, and he didn't do shit in Toronto after that. And now they'll do it again. Now they have the 15th pick, Toronto. So I think Askarov will go before the 13, though. I'm not sure he'll get past Minnesota. Knowing Guerin, he's going to Askarov. I don't think he's going to make it to 13. I don't think he's going to get past Minnesota, and New Jersey might take one. They might, but it's going to be interesting to see what Guerin does there. I have a feeling he's going to go for the goaltender. They don't. Well, maybe not because they've got that Kaukinen kid too, right? So New Jersey might take him. Who else is there? I had him going somewhere. Where did? Oh, Buffalo would be smart to take him actually, but they might trade that pick. Who? They're not getting. Laner's already signed, so Vegas signed him to a 5-year, $25 million contract. They're not getting him. Vegas already signed Laner. Done. Fleury's out. That's why I think that Fleury to Minnesota makes sense. Yeah, 5 years, 5 million a year. That's all he ever said he wanted. He just wanted 5 years, 5 million. He said that for the Islanders, and they gave it to Varlamov, gave it to Varlamov instead of him. And then he went to Chicago because he couldn't get it anywhere else. Signed a 1-year contract for 5 mil. Waited one more year, and all he wanted was 5 million. Wanted 25 million. That could end up looking like an absolute steal at the end of that contract. If he would have went on like the complete open market, he probably could have got 7. Whoa, Shea Theodore just freaking dangle king. What a move there. Didn't score, but my gosh. Dallas getting outshot 27-15 again. I did you guys hear my video today? All of you guys have to check out the video I did today. It was my picks day today. We're going to be doing that all the time. We're going to be doing our ball picks and everything in video, and we'll have it out by hopefully mid-afternoon, like noonish, my mountain time. So Fleury's gone. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Fleury's gone. They're not going to pay. I don't know what Fleury's going to get on the market. Well, after his contract, right? Because Fleury's still got 5 million left on his contract. What does he have? Fleury. You still got 2 more years at $7 million. So yeah, you're right. Who is going to take that? 2 more years at $7 million. I don't know if they're going to be able to get rid of all that whole contract. They might have to take some back. Yeah, I don't think so, 3D. I think Fleury's probably gone. Unless they can find a way to trade him or something. More than likely, they'll have to keep him on the roster, and then if they're going to trade him, they trade him at the draft. Why? Is there a problem? Oh, okay, good. Didn't go down on my side. So I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Everybody left. See, we got up for a second. Everybody was like, tired of this shit. Looks like Vegas should win this one. Look at the freaking ozone time. Vegas has the ozone time for this series. I like to see the whole ozone time for this series because Vegas has been kicking their ass in ozone time a good 3 to 4 minutes a game. I still think Vegas can come back and win this series. I really do. Just they've been outplaying them way too much. Yeah, logic would say that can't keep on happening. I like to go with logic when I do picks. So I didn't put this out as a pick today because it just kept on burning me. I should have just stuck with logic. Eventually, you're going to get burnt every once in a while, but if a team's outplaying the opposition out possessing them, out putting is in the offensive zone 2 to 3 minutes more a game than the opposition, you've got to start winning. Like it's just Dallas is pretty much. If there's ever been a fluke, this has got it. This is it. There's no way Dallas should be ahead in the series. There's just no way. And now, I mean, they're coming back now, and Vegas is coming back now. I wouldn't doubt that they win the next game as well. Yeah, I think you're right. Money on the money. Money podcast. Welcome, buddy. How you doing, my friend? I mean, you can say age factor, I guess, but the fact is they've just been outplayed every game. It's sort of like Philadelphia with the Islanders. They were outplayed almost every game. They got lucky that they even went to 7. You've been doing a lot of NFL. We're going to be doing NFL lives, I guess. We were going to do it today, but it didn't work out. It's shit ton. Yeah, I got you. Check out E-Money's podcast, man, On the Money. Does some NFL. If you like NFL, nice. Doing picks and I'm gonna have to check that out. I'll have to work on your leans for our picks. Yoshish is back again. Yeah, me too. I haven't even been doing lives for quite a few days now. It's the first live I've done in a while. No, I can always take leans if you're willing to give them. Boric looks like he's pretty darn good with football too, though. So if you ever want to come on a football thing with the three of us, that would be cool. That would be way cool. I will do a live eventually, Yoshis, for NBA probably. It would have been more likely if the Raptors would have kept on going, but Now I kind of like Denver. What's going on with that game, by the way? Is that tonight or tomorrow? I'm doing all sports now. I'm finding that I can use my system for just about any sport. It's actually not bad. I'm hitting pricks pretty darn good. Is the Major League Baseball going to do playoffs? What do you mean by that? Going to make it to playoffs, you mean? With COVID going on? Is that what you're saying? No, they're not doing them right now. No. I know, Evan, you don't like ball, you don't like basketball, you only like football and hockey. Football is probably my least, but I'm learning more and more about it now. I like baseball because you can do something else while you're watching it. You can sort of have it on. I can work on stuff and watch baseball at the same time. Dallas has got some possession time. Shit. Dallas pots another one. Yeah, whatever. Whatever you like. I mean, the game that I is my favorite is not the favorite of most. So otherwise, it would be. Oh, I didn't know NHL was your number one, Evan. Cool. NHL, tennis, uh, basketball, baseball, probably tie. Then NFL, I would say. Yeah, NHL is my favorite by a long shot, though, like way up here. Then, then tennis, then uh, basketball, baseball tied, then football. But I'm really gonna try to take concerted effort to become a football fan, more of a football fan this year, because maybe you're Canadian. There's a lot of people as number one game is hockey, and it's getting more and more in the U.S. Actually, hockey's becoming more and more popular, as you probably know, especially with all the stuff that went on with baseball. I think it's getting the one of the hockey. Some of these hockey playoff games have got the highest ratings in sports in the United States this year. Is Red Zone? Yeah, yeah, that's true. There's a lot of technical stuff with hockey. Um, a part of it is probably just because of the way I just was raised with it, right? So it's part of me, just like anybody's a football fan for the same reason. I don't think one sport is really better than the other. It's just if you've been raised in it, you know it. And Jesus, Dallas going to tie this up yet? My gosh. Yeah, you can play a possession style. You can play a neutral zone trap. You can play, yeah, lots of different ones. Oh, red zone every Sunday. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll check that out. I don't know. We should get it here, I imagine. NFL's huge in Canada, by the way. I would say that NFL is probably the second favorite sport in Canada. Not good. Both of those can kiss my ass. Uh, I would say that NFL is the second favorite sport in Canada. Basketball's catching up. Basketball's getting pretty big after, but I mean, we'll see how that wave rides after Raptors don't win for a while if that happens. What about Kane's Sterling? Yeah, USA is football for sure. Oh yeah, yeah. So what did you ask about Aho? I'm sorry, I got lost in how old is Aho? Okay. And they're not related at all. No, they're not brothers at all. They're not related. They're from different countries, actually. I believe one's Swedish and one's Finnish or Czech. Finnish, yeah. I thought it was Finnish, yeah. Yeah, it's the same reason why I'm a huge hockey fan, right? Just because it's the biggest sport in Canada, and probably it's the reason why. Uh, but I'm trying to get into more sports now because when we start doing the Steel Flyers website, I want to cover as many sports as I can. So because it's going to be all sports, and each team is going to have its own writer and its own podcaster and everything. It's going to be amazing. Oh, really? I don't think is anybody else having a problem with the feed? Dallas, come on. Are you kidding me? Is anybody else having a problem with my stream? Hmm, weird. Autocorrect. Dallas is now getting zone time. There we go. Vegas gets it out now. Oh, was it icing? Shit. Wow. Gotta say, Dallas's pushback has been good this year, even though they've been outplayed. Wonder if we lost Lauren altogether now. Get it out. There we go. Now they can make a change. Jeez. I knew I should have put the under on this game. Every game's been under. Yeah, he's only getting better too. Oh, who's going to be? He probably has a Selkie in him. Great two-way player. I don't know what his upside. Oh shit! Vegas is just going to get a penalty. Just got a penalty. Unbelievable. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's going to be interesting next year. He's going to be going to a new plateau probably. Carolina just gets goaltending. Oh, I think I got a touch of the COVID. Carolina can just get some goaltending. My gosh, they would definitely be a cup contender right now. Yeah, and their window is open like right now. Why? No use waiting. It'd be interesting to see what they do. Maybe they'll go get Fleury. Carolina can, but 7 million for 2 more years. I think if somebody's going to trade for Fleury, actually, Vegas will have to take a goaltender back. Might have to take a goaltender back. Hopefully, one that's like making. Carolina might work. Yeah, I know. Really, I go over to the other lives, and basically, what they do is do play by play on TV, and people just listen to it all day. Yeah, they're fun, but we actually talk about hockey here. So tell all your friends, come on, get the algorithm moving. Make sure you're hitting that like button, all this shit. Get as many people to subscribe and all that kind of stuff like that, and it'll grow the more I do it. I know, I like it too. Just do what you like, and the people will come eventually. Can't wait till, yeah. Yeah. Intermission entertainment, Perlo dance, Perlo dance. I'll just do that for the whole intermission. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. I got an odd sense of humor, for sure. Or maybe I should do my old character where I'm like giving out Jaime's body lube and got massage girls all over the place and all that shit that I used to do. Yeah. Friggin' Dallas gets a power play now. Seems like Vegas just finds a way to shoot themselves in the foot every single game. The worst time to get a penalty, they will get a penalty. How should he? Everybody's left. So the good thing Dallas has got a shit power play. Oh, look at this. Nice shot. Good thing Dallas has a shit power play because wow. Vegas penalty kill is on fire. Perfect. Oh my gosh, Dallas can't get nothing going here. 48 seconds left. I think they might have had like maybe 20 seconds of zone time in the whole power play so far, let alone a shot on goal. Well, they got some time now. Oh, oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. I'm just so tired of a team getting outplayed every game and still winning. And that freaking kid. Wow. Kivaranta. 4 goals in the playoffs. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Vegas just keeps shooting themselves in the foot over and over and over again. It's a good thing I didn't put a bet out on this. I was tempted to give Vegas because I just thought there's no way they can be outplayed 3 games in a row and still lose. But apparently, or like they can outplay the Dallas and lose 3 games in a row. But apparently, they just may do that. Then Dallas is going to play Tampa Bay, and I just can't see Dallas doing much against Tampa Bay. Like you can't keep on getting outplayed every single game against a team like Tampa Bay and winning. Just can't. Wow. How many points is that for Klingberg in the playoffs? My gosh. Sorry, he might be the playoff MVP. He's well over a point a game. Oh, this is unbelievable that they came back like this. No way. What? Now Vegas is playing back on their heels. They're not playing aggressive. That's one thing I got to say Dallas has always done. Like when at important times of the game, they've been the greatest aggressor. Like, and then Vegas, once things go south, they just all of a sudden they're. See now, Dallas's ozone time is almost even. Well, about a minute behind, which is a lot of ozone time. If they keep on playing like this, yeah, they are playing like they are so scared, not holding on to the puck, just kind of banging at the puck in Ugh. Hello? Yeah. By what? Noodles. No, you don't want that. Okay, well, I'm not done here. It's going into overtime now. Okay, what's messed up? My live is messed up? Shit. Can you hear it? Could you not hear me this whole time? How's that now? Is it okay now? I might have to start another live. Can you guys see me or no?